What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Make sure to check out the site. I just put up a new post before I came out. I'm here cooking up some more chicken and vegetables right now, so I figured, why not another episode of Cooking with Napalm? I went and grabbed some of the most recent questions. I want to go ahead and cover them now. The first one is from Goran Coleman, and he says, Jed, how much does one dumbbell weigh and how thick is the bar? He's talking about the inch dumbbell, and I put up a few videos recently training with the inch dumbbells. And if you go to my video, What is the Inch Dumbbell? It's Challenge Explained, you will find out all you need to know about the inch dumbbell. So make sure to check that out. And if you have an inch dumbbell and you cannot seem to lift it, make sure to check out my new DVD, How to Lift the Inch. Hey Jed, hope you're keeping well and crushing the days, my brother. I was wondering, have you got any tips for some dynamic grip training? Because I can now squeeze the COC 2.5 at least once or twice in both hands, but it seems I can't hold on for more than 5 seconds in my left hand. I was wondering if you could give me a couple tips. Alright, so it sounds like, as far as dynamic, I wouldn't necessarily say you need dynamic strength. I'd say you need closing strength, which is the finish portion of the gripper stroke, the hardest part that there is. And really, that's the hardest part for everybody. And you say you're having a hard time closing and keeping the gripper closed with your left hand, that's what everybody experiences, my man. All of the regularly wound spring grippers are going to be harder in your left hand than your right, unless you are left-handed or overwhelmingly stronger left-handed than right. Okay? Iron Mind just came out with the back wound grippers that they call the left turn grippers. These grippers are wound in the opposite direction, so they are actually easier for your left hand than your right hand. But I would not be too alarmed as far as your left hand lagging behind or anything like that, because you're witnessing something that is just natural, and pretty much everybody sees that. However, if you do need assistance in building up your grip, Tom, especially your end range strength, make sure you check out my gripper training program, Cadence-Based Training, because that is what it's all about, closing heavier grippers. A. Murray, I've got two from A. Murray. He says, Jed, I use grippers once a week on days I train arms and back. I want to be successful at them. When I use the 100 pounds, I squeeze them at a controlled cadence and static hold for about 6 seconds. The next day I feel like I have carpal tunnel. The discomfort subsides after 3 days. Should I use a lower weight or train with them differently? If you have any questions, I would really appreciate it. I would check out and see what's going on with your hand. A good, solid, hard gripper training workout where you really work intensely, you shouldn't feel carpal tunnel type pain. I don't feel that. My training partners don't bring that up. If you've got some kind of carpal tunnel related pain there, I would say it's probably coming from something else. Some possibilities: manual labor, maybe you work at a desk, maybe it's your posture. All of these things can lead to repetitive stress, and they can cause carpal tunnel. And it just so happens that you do gripper training, so you might think it's the gripper training that's doing it, but in reality, it's not. So think about those factors as well. And also, would fat grips accomplish the same goal? Recently I put up a video training the barbell curl, and I had globe grips on there. Globe grips are these round grips that will snap right onto your barbell or onto a dumbbell, and they're awesome. I use them all the time for barbell curls, because barbell curls literally just destroy my wrists and even sometimes my forearms and elbows. So I always use globe grips on my barbell curls unless I'm just doing empty bar work. He wants to know if just fat grips will accomplish the same goal, and I'll say yes, to a degree. Fat grips will accomplish the same goal. What I'm getting out of the globe grips is, instead of being forced into this position, I'm able to stay with my wrist slightly cocked. So I'm at maybe a 45-degree angle. I'm not in that extreme supination position, and I feel a lot less stress. So if you set the fat grips up and then only put half of your hand on the fat grips, you will be angled. But it's not nearly as comfortable as with the globe grips. I'm going to warn you right now. So if you don't have globe grips and barbell curls mess you up, I would just do easy bar curls or stick with dumbbells. Evan Keller wants to know, hey Jed, where can I get one of those back bowl attachments? I've got a link right here that I can share with you, and I'll put it in the description box. The back bowl is awesome, so definitely check that out. I put that up recently on a video on how to perform rows, barbell rows, without messing up your hands, wrists, and forearms as well. And then I've got 2 questions related to the Pops gripper, which is a plate-loaded hand gripper, and I've got a video on it that you can watch and see exactly what I'm talking about. He says, is it better to have thicker handles or thinner? I'm looking for one to use besides my heavy gripper, and I can close the 250, but I'm wondering if this is different, because if it is not, then I'd like to have above a 250 pounds on the machine. That was Baratio, and then Dark News says, would you recommend the standard 1-inch or the 3/4 inch non-standard? I'm going to order this piece this week. I would say the thinner handle's the better on the Pops gripper if you are looking specifically to build grip strength for your grippers. And then truthfully, I would even go and say that if you want to build hand strength for your grippers, then just stay with grippers. But if you're really looking for a nice gripper machine, gripper style crushing machine, then go ahead and get the Pops gripper, and I would order it with the narrower handles. Just my preference. That's the way I feel. I hope that's helpful. I hope this whole video has been helpful. I hope you choose to subscribe, and if you enjoyed it, please share with your friends. Go ahead and post this thing around. I would love to grow the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. All the best in your training. Take care.